Hello and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video with me, FoxyNoTail, here on the Truly Bedrock survival realm. And in the last video, we made these two things. And yeah, I decorated my flower farm and I decorated my wool farm. And I thought they were both going to go out in one episode, but it turns out I recorded so much content because the reason that happened is because I recorded most of it one day, then I went to sleep and recorded the rest of it the next day, and I forgot the next day how much I recorded the first day. So that's why I recorded two videos with a video in one video, because I'm stupid. So yeah, we got our wool farm, it's still chugging away. It's I really like this thing, it's turned off at the minute, but yeah, again, look, can you see the spider down there? Things keep spawning in here, but it's so bright. Look how many torches there is. There's millions of torches, right? But things keep spawning in here. Where? Where are they spawning? I don't get it, but they keep coming in here. But anyway, yeah, we've got loads of wool. Absolutely tons of wool. I've not done any AFK at this thing yet. That's just all of the wool we've gathered while I was building these things. And today, we're going to, I don't know really, I kind of want to strip that all down and start again. Not the whole house, but like the outside walls and stuff. But before we do that, let's go to the Nether and have a look at something I did on a live stream that I did as I'm recording this yesterday, as you're watching this, probably last week. So if we come into my little nether room here, you'll notice there is a long way down fally bit because I have started a new project, and that is to basically build an amazingly big nether hub room for myself. Now, I've got big plans for this room. I'm not going to do that in videos. I'm going to leave it to live streams and things like that. Unless, well, I might do it in videos. I'm not going to say I'm definitely not going to do it, but that's not the plan at the moment. The plan at the moment is to work on the base in videos and work on that in live streams. And we did a lot of digging yesterday. Went all the way down from this level, all the way down to there. And I went through literally every single one of my pickaxes in my ender chest and had to go and repair them at the Guardian farm afterwards. So yeah, we'll be getting on with that in the next live stream, which hopefully I'm going to be doing as I'm recording this tomorrow. As you're watching this, that would have probably been last Friday. So yeah. Anyway, right, let's crack on with what we're going to do today. And I don't want to tear that all down and start again, but I feel I should. So first thing I want to address, though, is these wonky windows. So if we fly over and stand on my barn over here, you'll see that we have that window there that's wonky. Those ones are a bit wonky, but they're only wonky because that middle one is only, let's jump over to it. It's only two panes of glass. 2 planes of glass high. Oh, great. Whereas the rest of them are 3 panes of glass high. And that's just because that's how it fit in the room. Hello, dogs, many varieties. We haven't got names yet. I know, I'm sorry. If we look in this one here, the reason the bathroom window's lower is because the roof is lower. So we could make that window higher up and go up to the ceiling, or we could move this ceiling up. But I like the fact that the ceiling's low in here because it gives that sense of a smaller space because it's a bathroom. Whereas you go in here, the roof's nice and high and it has a much bigger space or a sense of space in it. So that's the reasoning behind those decisions. Exactly the same as I did in my other bathroom over here, which is why this one's got the too high window. It's got a lower ceiling just because it looks nicer. So yeah, lots to think about, lots to do. And I've rambled on for ages, so I guess I better crack on and actually... ow! Crack on and actually, no, do something. Yeah, I'll be back with you guys in a minute. Before I start, there is just one more reason why this house looks weird, and that is because the first floor is only 1 block above the lower floor or the ground floor, which means there's only 1 block gap in between where the top window starts and the bottom windows are, which makes life very difficult. So we've got a big gap above them, but no gap below, which also makes them look like really weird, and there's literally nothing I could do about that now. If I was to change that, I'd literally have to rebuild the entire upstairs of the house, all of the roof, everything else, so I can't do that. So I'm going to have to make do with basically do my best with what we've got. So let's get cracking. Right, I've torn the front off of this part of the building. I've left the rest of it as it is because I just want to go over roughly how I did things. I think these look really smart. I've no idea what anyone else thinks yet because the video's not out that I did them in. But the way I did this was I just completely randomly made this shape around the building on the inside. The actual farm on the inside is perfectly square, but the building around the outside has got all sorts of different amounts of depth to it because I basically just made it completely random, and I think it really works, not having large, big areas where there's, you know, just a flat wall. Same thing with this one. Again, it was a very small square farm, and I just went round it and just made it look more interesting by adding shape to it. And I think we could do the same thing over here, but I think if we do it on the same sort of scale, it'll probably be a bit drastic because this is obviously a much bigger build. So I think if we can do that and keep it relatively subtle, I think we'll be winning. I'm going to bed. Well, I've decided if I'm going to do this, I'm going to rip out the bottom layer as well, which I'm just in the process of doing. And I've got this shape going on now, so forget the brick for a minute. We're going to come out from next to that window there because we can adjust the wall from there without causing any problems with that room there. And we can bring that bit out all the way along to here and then come in and then come out around this window like that. And then back in a little bit, and then back round again, and then back in again. And it's going to just look a lot more interesting because there'll be a lot more shape to the building. So if I get my spruce wood logs now, and basically go up like that until our midpoint, which is this log here, and do that on each of these corner bits, then yeah, we'll be pretty much exactly where we want to be. So this sort of stuff is what we were dealing with before, which, you know, it's okay. It's relatively detailed. It's not too bad. But now, if we hop around this side of the house and turn around, that's what we're now dealing with, which I think looks a million times better. It's a lot more interesting. There's a lot more going on. It takes a lot more time to do. The windows are more uniform. Yeah, I really like that compared to that side. But the problem is, the big problem is, it's fine standing down here. But if I go up a little bit, like this, you'll see that it doesn't actually reach the top of our house. So, I don't know how we're going to squeeze the roof onto that. I guess if we have the sloping roof going back far enough, it kind of would work. But I haven't got any rockets on me, so I'm going to have to walk round. Hang on while I walk round. Yeah, you get a much better feel for the distance between where it is and where this is from here. Now, we don't have to have that there. We could, like, slope the roof up that way. But I kind of wanted this level here to be level with the roof. Now, I could make the whole thing higher like we have done over there. But then you get that really weird effect over the windows, which makes everything look a little bit too high. All right, then. So I've now done the second side and the first side. I'm not overly happy with this thing at the front here. I need to do something with that window because that looks off. But overall, I think it looks so much better than it did before. That horrible white sort of... Oh, come on, let me fly, please. Please, no. There's a creeper coming. Yeah, that horrible plain white box that we had everywhere else just looks so much better from this side now. It looks a million times better. Now, if we could get the roof on there as well, that would be even better. But I want to get the sides finished first. And this creeper spawned in during the day, as usual. Now, I've just found out from Slack Lizard that apparently there are issues with in-game lighting on chunk borders. So let's say that this torch is on a chunk border. Let's pretend that's a chunk border there. That light doesn't transfer into this block. So technically, even though this block is next to that light source, this one's pitch black as far as the game is concerned, and it will spawn mobs on it. So yeah, that's why we're getting all these mobs spawning where there are where they shouldn't, and effectively in full light level. So yeah, that's a problem. Okay, it's the next day, and many work has been done on the house, and I've completely finished the bottom, area around the entire house now. So this is the front. I really like the fact that those windows now line up, but after we've looked around the side of the house, we'll go inside and we'll see what problem that's caused for my bedroom. Right, if we fly around this side then, we can see that this side has all come together very nicely. We've got quite a nice sort of standout window there for Johnny's room. So, oh, not Johnny, sorry, Jimmy's room. So that stands out a lot more, which I really like, as opposed to the other two windows, which are fairly plain. I've raised the height of that window to a 3-high window instead of a 2-high window, which looks a little bit weird on the inside, but we get away with it. Same thing with these ones downstairs. Those were both 2-high windows as well. They're now 3-high as well. And I just think the whole thing looks better when you've got more window than more wall. So that's good. Then we come around the outside here, which is, this bit juts out here, which is covering our secret room that's inside our library inside. And again, if we come up here, we can see the upstairs bedroom. This already had 3-high windows here. That looks a lot nicer, and this sort of balcony area looks a lot nicer. We could actually turn this into a balcony from this room. We could make those fully open and have this as a nice balcony, which Slack actually mentioned last night while I was building this thing. So that could work out quite nicely. And then around this side, it continues. We've got This bit that juts out here is going to be where our staircase from the back door is, up to there if you like. So that's just a big empty space at the moment. Then we go in for the bathroom window, which again has been raised up to 3 blocks high instead of 2 blocks high. Then we got this just random, completely pointless bit here, which has got nothing in it. Absolutely nothing in it at all, but it looks nice. So the whole point of doing the walls like this, like jutting out and different, is just to add it, to make it look more interesting. So that sort of sticks out a bit and adds a unique shape to there that we could do something with the roof, maybe add a spire or something on top of that could be interesting. And then we've got the downstairs bedroom there and the upstairs bedrooms there again, which is for my room. And I think the whole thing altogether looks really good. Now, I'm going to have to start building the roof on it now, which is going to be tricky because I think, as I mentioned earlier in the video, the actual floor here is a lot higher up than those. And that's something I'm going to have to contend with. We're going to have to try and raise these bits up without affecting them. Maybe putting a row of fence posts at the top or something as like a joining bit just to try and get them a little bit higher. And then inside, yeah, like I said, there's been a couple of compromises. And for all the people that watch my videos and say, oh, well, you know, you spent all that time building the inside so that didn't have to compromise on the bedrooms. You've always got a certain amount of compromise when you're building something. It really doesn't matter as long as the end product looks the way you want it to. So nothing's been compromised in here. This bathroom window is now a little bit higher, but it really doesn't make too much of a difference. And the other thing we could do in here, you see how we've got like the window ledge rail there? We put that in here as well, it's going to look absolutely fine. So that's okay. But the biggest compromise is probably in my bedroom, which is this window, which now doesn't fit the room. So what we need to do is add some sort of furniture or desk thing here, or I need to replace that carpet as well, in order to make that more interesting. And actually, we need to push the whole thing 1 block further back because I actually brought this window out. Well, that's a little bit more interesting now. It kind of fits with the room, which looks a lot better, I think. It's a bit weird having 2 desks, but we've got a sofa and a lamp, and it's bedtime. So I'm going to go to bed, and then I'm going to work on the roof, like I said I was going to do a minute ago. So looking at these other 2 builds that I did the other day, these used an absolutely ridiculous amount of wooden slabs in order to create the roofs. Believe it or not, each one of these took over 9 stacks of slabs each just to make the roofs. There's no normal blocks, there's no stairs, they're all just slabs. And that one's a lot bigger. It's a lot bigger, which means there's going to be a lot more roof. And I'm running very low on spruce and dark oak and everything else. In fact, I got this from Slack in his live stream yesterday. He gave me that just to actually finish off doing this build in here because it's used so much spruce already. So I'm thinking, instead of going down the spruce route and trying to make it all sprucey, why don't we use the stone brick again? Because we've already got stone brick in this build, and make the roof from stone brick. Because that'll look a little bit nicer, and I've got millions and millions of stone. As you can see here, many sugar boxes. Oh, there's smooth stone in there. That shouldn't be in here. But yeah, many sugar boxes of stone. Not so many of smooth stone now. I've used quite a lot of that. And if I look in this one as well, I've got a lot of stone bricks there as well that I can easily make into slabs. So yeah, I think we should do the roof for this probably out of slabs, and maybe accent it with a bit of cobble as well in places. I think that could look quite nice. So I'm going to get on with that. I'll be with you in a second when that's all sorted out. However, before I get onto that, I'm going to need an awful lot of fences, because what I'm thinking of doing is adding fences at like this point here in order so that the roof is a little bit higher up. And we're also going to need blocks behind them, otherwise, you know, you're going to be able to see through those from the outside. But yeah, I'm going to need a lot of fences in order to go through this entire thing. I'm also not planning on making the roof sloped like those ones. You know how it like curves? I'm going to be doing relatively straight edges for this build because I just think the harder lines will look better for the type of build it is. Right, okay, now that's all the fence posts in place. What I actually want to start doing is the first peak. So this roof is not just going to be one big peak, it's going to be several. So I'm thinking we'll have like a peak here, and then a really big peak in the middle, and then another peak to one side. So it'll be like 3 peaks in total, and we'll probably have bits coming off the side as well. But I want to start on the middle one and get it nice in the middle. And don't forget that this area here is actually going to be sort of part of an observatory. So we need the roof to start actually a bit further away from that. So I'm thinking the first peak, we should start maybe like around about here-ish. And it's, oh man, all of these fences are going to make it so difficult to get around. Oh, why do I choose such difficult blocks? Because you're an idiot. Yes, I know. Apart from that. Because you're a big idiot. Shut up. I did say I needed blocks behind them, actually, didn't I? Let's go put some blocks behind them so I've actually got something to walk on. What have I got? Lots of blocks. Not much. And it makes sense for the block behind those fences to be white wool because it's nice and light, so it will shine through better, and we've got millions of it. So yeah, this is exactly why I'm doing this. Okay, so this is kind of the shape that I think we're going to be going for the most part. So we're going to have a big peak roof in the middle, and we're going to have those ones to the side. And I've decided, even though I've just gone and made absolutely tons of slabs, and I've got a full sugar box full of them here, I'm actually going to do it out of stairs so that we get quite a bit of height on this. Because I think if we don't have the height, it's not going to look ever so good. If we've got low sloping roofs like we've got on those ones, I think, yeah, I don't think it'll look too great. I mean, those ones are good because they sort of curve up quite steeply. But these are going to be relatively rigid, unless I did make them curved. But I just think that would look a bit weird with stone. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. But basically, I've just got to go and build staircases up here, and you know, build them all the way across the roof, which should be really good fun. Why don't you do a time lapse? I wish I could do a time lapse. Bedrock Edition not good for time lapses, mate. Well, I've done many works, and I'm very impressed with what I've done. Do you want to see what I've done? Of course you want to see what I've done. Look at that. It's not finished. It's only the front, but look at that. Doesn't that just make a big difference? Doesn't that finally just make the house look like a big grand mansion rather than just a house? That looks amazing. I'm really, really happy with how that's come out. So this area we've got at the front here is going to be like for our little telescopy bit. And then we've got the sides and obviously the main peak up there. And if we fly up, you will see that it is literally just the fronts of those. I haven't done anything behind it yet, but you can see where we're going with it. And I really, really like it. I think it looks absolutely brilliant. I'm well over the moon with it, and it has taken me absolutely ages. Now, I haven't pre-planned any of this. I've literally just made it up as I came along. No, maybe, yeah. Made it up as I went along, and I'm happy with it. And you might notice that Chuck's actually in the wool farm getting us some wool because we're running out of white wool again because, yeah, this build uses a lot of it. But yeah, I'm really impressed with that. I'm really happy with it so far, but I need to continue and get that roof built, so no rest for the wicked, eh? Well, I have been working my little bones down to the fingers, and I have pretty much finished the entire roof. We're not going to look at it yet because I just spotted on my way to bed yet another pillager patrol, and there looks like there's a few of them down there. Yeah, there's a few guys, look, but they're all standing very still, which is a little bit unusual. It almost makes me think the game has crashed, but I don't think it has, look, because, you know, the game's fine. So why are they all standing still? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. And there is a wandering trader over here as well. Oh, it's Mr. Barbecue. Oh, I didn't realise you were still doing it. I thought you'd given up. Nah, mate, I need the money. Do you get many people trading with you, do you? Oh, no, not really. Well, I don't know. Keep it up. And, yeah, we've... Ow! Oh, they've all got going now. They've come to life. How weird was that? Hey, they're ganging up on me. Stop. No, you're not allowed. Oh, bad omen again. I've always got bad omen. Right, anyway, that's those guys dealt with. Good job they're not very tough. And yeah, Chuck's been in here AFK the whole time I've been doing this, and I've turned all the sheep back white. So all of the wool that we'll have in this thing is literally from while I've been yeah, working on the roof. And oh, it's full. It's overfilled. Oh, and that hopper's full as well. So yeah, that's a lot of white wool that I've gathered just while doing this job. So yeah, it's been a long time. It's been many hours, let's put it that way. So let's put our white wool away in there just for now. Yeah, so that's a good like couple of hours worth. And here we go, look. This is what you've already seen before. You've seen this bit. But I'm so impressed with my little self. I'm not normally this impressed with myself from doing a good job in Minecraft, but I'm over the moon with the work I've done. So much so that if I've got one, which I haven't, I was going to say I'll take a slow falling potion so we can float around it, but it appears... Oh, I can make one though. Let me make one quick. And there we go. 3 potions of slow falling on the maximum power, all done. We'll put that away in there, and we'll put 2 of those away in there, and we're going to have a good fly around our house and look at how marvellous it is, because I am well happy with myself. Are we ready? Let's do this. So, off we go. We're going to fly up high in the sky. Don't go too close to Slack's base, because I think he's got villagers. And let's just hover around this base. Look at that. Look at that roof. How intricate it is. How interesting, all the different lines and shapes and stuff going on with that. You can see we've got another towery thing over here that I've built as well, which hopefully if we sort of fly down this way a bit, will drop down enough to see in a second. Shame we can't float backwards. There we go, look. So we've got like a tower built on the right-hand side, which we can have stairs or something inside. It's just to look different, just to look interesting. And if we go this way, and look at it from the back, the house from the back, I really like it. There's so many different angles and so many different bits. It all just pulls together so nicely. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. The only thing I don't like, this dome thing really doesn't fit now. So I need to do something with that. That just doesn't work at all anymore. The rest of it, I just really like. Yeah, we've heard you. Oh, look, there's a stair missing there. Oh, man. Float round this way. Look at the front window. Oh, it's pretty, isn't it? Keep floating. Go. Get a view from this side. Oh, yes. Marvellous. Oh, what a good job you've done there, FoxyNoTail. It's absolutely splendid, isn't it? Splendid. I think this calls for a screenshot, don't you? I think we need a nice screenshot for our amazing roof. Let's come in with our fire engine in the background, and let's see if we can get a nice screenshot. There we go. Look, oh, very nice. Oh, beautiful. What a beautiful angle you've got on there, FoxyNoTail. Oh, thanks. So anyway, forgetting the slow falling for a moment, let's have a look inside if we can. If we can get down to the ground, please. Any minute now. Yeah, the inside. Oh dear, I mean that's inside a wall. Yeah, the inside I haven't done anything with at all yet. You can see it's still completely empty. I am planning on putting beams in and making this into a workable area. So something where we'll just have, you know, space. Maybe we could put a pool table or something up here, or, you know, like a lounge or a games room or something like that. That would be good. And this is that little tower that's off to the side, so we could do something with this. Maybe this could be a staircase to get on the roof. Maybe we could have a flagpole on the roof and hanging from there. And yeah, it just all looks really good. This archway I need to do something with, because that's a bit square and it's a bit big. That probably, you know, bit of an easy way for burglars to get in. So we probably need to do something with that. But otherwise, I think everything's come together really nicely. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. So, oh, good. Do you like it, Jimmy? Don't really care. Okay, fair enough. I like it. And this is how it looks at night, which is pretty nice. I really like it. The roof glows quite a lot because obviously light will travel through the stairs on Bedrock Edition, but I don't think that looks too bad. And overall, I'm just really happy with how this whole base area is coming along. I'm really impressed with my little self, as I keep saying. And on that note, it is time for me to say thank you all very much for watching. I'm sorry this was a bit of a shorter episode than normal, but I have done many works. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, do please leave a like. If you haven't already, please do subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Bye! Oh, you can't see me. Bye!